channeling for Imbolc of 2026 on today's Oblyron Divination. Greetings everyone, I am Oblyron, Lord of the Underworld and consort to the most lovely Hecate. Thank you for joining me on today's episode where we are going to channel my higher self for Imbolc of 2026. Now this is a channeled message, so I don't know what's going to come through. And if you happen to resonate with this message, then feel free to leave a like, subscribe, or comment in the comment section. Okay, so let's light the incense and begin with the channeling. Okay, so that seems to be lit pretty good. Let's put this away. All right. Amde sote, amde Oblyron, amde sote, amde Oblyron. I am Oblyron, Keeper of the Chant of Rebirth and Guardian of Time's End. I am summoned on this Imbolc of 2026 to bring forth the message of the season of rebirth. Imbolc was the start of the year. That point in the winter when the earth started to stir beneath the snow. We may see those first green blades of grass popping through the snow, though few and far between and very sparse. We may get a sense of that change in the air as the days start to grow longer. And yes, we may experience the need to be outside during this time after being cooped up with cabin fever. The wonderful thing about Imbolc is that it brings new hope. It brings a sense of renewed vigor, renewed promise. A new potential which is stirring just beneath the snow. We feel like life is returning to us. We feel this renewed sense of optimism. We feel that this year, with all the potential coming in, we can make something better. We are excited for the future. We are anticipating its rebirth. So much potential just beneath the surface. where will it go? Will we go to create wonderful things? Will we finally do those things which we had promised ourselves? What will we do with that year? What will we do with this newfound lease on life, so to speak? What will we do with our potential just beneath the surface? And just as it stirs beneath the surface of the snows, so does the potential of our energy stir just beneath the surface of our skin. But everyone else can sense it, because they can sense it in our auric field. They can sense that potential within us when we project it outwards and broadcast our talent like an antenna. They can sense our light. They can sense our potential. They can sense our energies. But it's always the question, where are we going to go with this? And is there anywhere to go? That is really the question as well. Why do we feel like we have to become something to be? I mean, are we not human beings? Can we not just be? Can we not just sit in our potential and just feel it? Feel the energies within us. Feel the energies under our skin. And just embrace it for what it is. Why do we feel the need to do something with this extra energy? Is it survival? Is it the need to stand out, the need for recognition? It's different for everyone. But to just sit with that energy, to just sit in our potential, and to just feel it, to feel that energy circulating through our veins, to feel that energy beating through our heart, to feel the life force of what we are and the vibration of the universe. Sometimes that's when our greatest moments come to us. It's in the moments of just sitting and recognizing. It's in the moments of just breathing our breath. Inhale, exhale, just experiencing the moment. It's sometimes in those moments where we sit in our potential that we begin to experience the vast, unlimited nature of our potential. Because so many times we take our energy and we funnel it into something. We funnel it into action. We funnel it into words. We funnel it into accolades. And trying to do things and create something of that energy. And many times, when we do harness our energies, it's usually to jump through someone else's hoops, someone else's boundaries and restrictions that they've imposed on us. So we take our vast limitless potential and we funnel it into something which is really sort of beneath us. But to return to that vast limitless potential, to return to that state of being, well, that's really where the reservoir of our own powers are. So here is a question. In exploring your own reservoirs of power, in exploring everything that you are, everything that you can be, alternate timeline versions of you that made alternate choices, all of these things. What do you see when you see all of them at once? All these motions, all these movements, unfolding like I guess you could say a lotus blossom. What do we see? What do we feel? What happens when we allow ourselves to experience the vastness of our potential? What happens when we allow ourselves to feel every choice that we not only made, but every choice that we didn't make? Or perhaps every choice that an alternate version of us made on another plane of existence? Because all of these choices exist as one. Everything we have ever done. From our unique perspective, we only see the outcomes of one timeline. But from the perspective of the Most High, from the perspective of the interdimensional higher self which rules all of us, we can see everything that we've done. And when we view our life from such a unique and most high perspective, do the details of today or of yesterday or of last year, or maybe even the details of our entire lives, do they even really matter that much? What happens when we see things from such a perspective that it's beyond the words, that we just go into the feeling of what our lives are? To feel that rush of emotion, to feel the rush of all the joys and sorrows at once, to feel the optimism and the pessimism, to feel the regrets coupled with the ecstasy, to feel that avalanche, that tidal wave, that tsunami of energy which just engulfs us. Well, then we realize, why do we fret and care so much over the minor decisions and minor mistakes, which ultimately most of them are? I mean, whether or not we make a good decision or a bad decision, when we view it in the totality of our lives, in the totality of all the decisions that we could have made, all the alternate timelines we could have gone down, when we feel the enormity of that energy, what does the individual decision mean? Why do we get so hung up? Even on the things which seem rather large to us, even those kind of fall by the wayside. So, just as this year is filled with so much potential, especially going into the year of the fire horse, just as this year has so much potential and so much energy behind it, also know that our decisions and the energies that we have within us are exceptionally abundant right now. Take a moment to just feel that potential coursing through your veins. Where will this year take you? Will it take you down the path of a new relationship, a new job, a new scenario? Will it take us down the path to move to a different city or town? What will happen? What do you want from this year? Never be afraid to dream big. It's when we dream too small that we limit our perspectives. But in dreaming big, we always have the potential to rise even above and beyond what we dreamed. So just like the energy which is coming alive underneath the snow, just like the energy which is coming alive just underneath our skin, embrace it, feel it in its totality, accept everything about it, the positive, the negative, the light, the shadow, the decisions made, the decisions not being made, whatever it is, because that is essentially the force of who we are. That is what potential means. Potential does not mean one decision or another. It means the potential to make both those decisions. And again, just as in quantum physics, how we can exist in multiple spaces at once, so too are there versions of us that have made those decisions that we wanted to make. There are versions of us that have made those mistakes that we either knew not to make or we made ourselves. There are versions of us who lived out the positive, who lived out the negative. And all of it goes back to the higher self. All of it goes back to the Most High as well. So never forget your true potential. Never be afraid to dream big. And always take a moment to reflect and experience the energy of rebirth, which is coming into view. We may feel the need to be impatient at this time, and that's natural. It's because we have so much potential just waiting to be put to use. But never forget to just live through the process, because it is in the process, it is in the unfolding, which is where the real magic happens. All right. Well, I would say that was a pretty optimistic message in this sense. The fact that we have this unlimited potential within us. The fact that we can choose to do whatever we want. And yeah, if you resonated again with this message, please feel free to leave a comment. I would love to hear what you all have to say. If you would like to develop your meditative and channeling abilities, then feel free to join my Discord. I give a weekly guided meditation on Saturdays, as well as I post additional information that I don't always cover in these videos and on my other platforms. So feel free to drop on by. I look forward to seeing you there. So I thank you again for joining us, and love and light and wisdom and shadow.